Craig here from bitsbox.co.uk. This is a look through the Horus Heresy Collected Visions. This is a book I've had for some time. As you can see, it's quite a big book. It's 413 pages, and what it essentially is a book full of fluff and mainly artwork, all through the Horus Heresy. Some of the artwork is old, some of it's new. So, let's have a look through. First piece of artwork in this book is a classic piece of Horus versus the Emperor. I remember seeing this piece way back in 3rd edition. I'm sure it's even older than that. Here we have the Emperor in the more common known piece, which we'll see later in this book. Here there's a timeline and a nice piece of custodian artwork. And here he is, the Emperor. I'm sure we've all seen that picture of Horus and the Emperor. So here we have some custodies on bikes, as well as some Sisters of Silence. There's quite a lot of artwork of custodies and the Sisters of Silence, which is quite nice. And we'll see more of them in this book. Also in this book, there's a lot of John Blanche artwork. Let's start with this Spaceman Captain. There's another piece here, the Emperor's Golden Palace. We have Malkador's Siglet over here, as well as a couple other pieces of artwork, including some Space Marines on jet bikes. This page has some Space Wolves. Again, another John Blanche piece. So now we have the original Space Marine chapters. Of course, the missing chapter is not in there. Not on this page. We have a missing chapter again. You see the Sons of Horus and the Lunar Wolves have both their schemes in. And these are all, of course, the pre-heresy colour schemes. Here we have some old artwork of the Emperor's Children. A few Dreadnoughts. Here we have some artwork of Primarchs. There's Lehman Russ, Magnus the Red, and Rogel Dawn. This is a John Blanche piece again. There's Sanguinius, and then the Emperor and Horus. So there's a little bit about the Custodian Guard here. Some Custodian artwork to go alongside it. And this one is Valdor. There's more Custodians out here. This page is just some random pieces of artwork, some Emperor's Children, some World Eaters, and a few ships. And again, some more artwork, and some Sisters of Silence here. Here's an Imperial Psycho. There's a little bit about astropaths. So I'll just quickly look through these pages. So some fluff here about the Mechanicum. And then some Mechanicum artwork to go alongside it. Here's a very old John Blanche piece of artwork showing the Emperor. And then here there's Horus. And you can see from these early concepts that a lot of the details have been taken forward into the newer artwork. So here you might recognise a Baden. And then there's a concept art for early Space Marine armour. But interestingly, this one has a World Eater symbol on it, but the armour is red. So maybe this was done before the pre-heresy colour scheme was even thought up. Then there's a little bit about the Warrior Lodges of Davin. There's a artwork of a Davinite, which I think is quite cool. There's a Davinite priest. John Blanche concept of a Davinite priest as well. So you can see between the two pictures that one's taken from the other. Here's another early concept of pre-heresy armour. And another piece for Abaddon. Here we have Mortarion. Imperial Guard Soldier. Custody Terminators and some World Eaters. And some more World Eaters here. It's a Recon Squad. Real sniper rifles. It's pretty cool. So this artwork piece here is actually meant to represent Angron. So it's very different from sort of how we see Angron on his model. So very different there. We'll have Fulgrim. Again, slightly different. He has this big pointy helmet. It's quite interesting. And again, you can see that this one represents the Mark IV armour. And then we've got Fluff on Istvan 3. And here looks like the Mark II armour. So this page has some Sisters of Silence. I really hope we do see some models for these one day. And another Space Marine armour variant. And Magnus for Red. I really like. And some more Thousand Suns. And we have Jakati Khan, I hope I pronounced that right, for White Scars. I really like this artwork of Prospero as well, the big pyramids, the big gold statues, that's really cool. There's a lot of fluff about Prospero as well. There's Lehman Russ. So this is the second part of the book. Again, we have another timeline. This time, see Horus. So this part of the book's all about the war on Istvan 3. Some really cool warship designs there. There's Flight of the Eisenstein here. if you remember, going way back, there was an old conversion of a Landspeeder, which is made out, I believe, out of a deodorant bottle. And here's some artwork of that model. Very interesting. I very much doubt Forge World will ever release something to represent that, but it's nice to see that's there. So you have some Space Wolves and some more Imperial Guard. And again, some more Imperial Guard. I really like the Basilisk. Very cool. There's more Chaos artwork in this section, as you'd expect. Got some demons. There's a little section about demons. And there's some more about Prospero. Lots of nice Space Wolf pictures here. We move on to Custodians and the Sisters of Silence. So there's a quad, well, a rapier carrier even, sorry. You can see just from these old artwork that Forge World have brought these models to life quite well. There's a very long picture along the top here of Custodians and Sisters of Silence, and then a lot of close-ups from that picture, which the Emperor is in the middle. There's some Terminators. I quite like this piece of artwork of a recon squad where a Space Marine is on the phone. Quite interesting. Of course, some of this artwork's so old that a lot of the concepts have changed. We have Core Ferron here. Again, he looks very different to his model. So this section's about Caliph. Got Magnus the Red there. And this is about the betrayal of Sanguinius, where Horus almost sent him to his death. There's Sanguinius taking on a Keeper of Secrets. Some really cool pieces on some demons here, and a Bloodthirster. And some more Keeper of Secrets. These are really interesting pieces. The Abomination of Zinch, Cult Mechanicus. If they were ever to do models representing these, I would certainly buy them. I think they're very cool. Got Malagurst. Here we have Malkador and the Emperor. Over here is a Cataphracti Terminator. I hope I pronounced that right as well. As you can see, this book is just absolutely filled with artwork. So I'm only just halfway through it. Here we have the Command Project. Tech Priest Assassin. Then there's a fair bit of fluff here. More Mechanicus artwork. I can zip through this little section. And on to the third section, which is Visions of Treachery. Another timeline. And a World Eater there. And Angron. And you've got Mortarion. And Angron again. Some artwork of some Titans. Some more John Blount's pieces. There's a little section about Malkador meets Captain Garrow. And Malkador meets with Rogol Dawn. Here we have Khan. You can see the helmet design. You can see that in Forge World's latest models. This piece represents Erebus. There's some Ultramarines. I really like this piece of artwork. Here we have a big Chaos piece. There's a lot of close-ups for people in this piece, including Abaddon and Horus, Araman, Fulgrim. You got a demon, Ingefel, if I hope I pronounced correctly, and of course Erebus as well. There's a Fabricator General of Maz, Markhurst, and the Red Angel is in the middle. Then there's a Dark Apostle. These are some interesting early designs. So World Eater Scout, and then some Imperial Guard. I really like this Dark Angel piece as well. That's very cool. Is World Eater's Salt Squad, another piece of artwork that I do like. There's some more ships. This is a Mammoth Heavy Tank, which I don't believe we've seen models or rules for at all, so maybe that's something that might appear in the future. Chaplain Xavier. This is quite interesting. It's a Cult Mechanicus person. Not seen anything like that before. Whether we will or not remains to be seen. And we have some more ships. I really like this as a type of Dreadnought called the Darecast Dreadnought, which I hope I've pronounced correctly. That would be something I'd really enjoy seeing a model for. Comics Dreadnought also looks pretty cool. There's some screamers, some bloodletters. So now we move on to the fourth section, which is Visions of Death. Again, we have another timeline. Some custodians here. Some on jet bikes. We have Demon Prince, Abysser. Right. Bloodletters on Juggernauts as well, it's pretty cool. Some more Cult Mechanicus, looks pretty interesting. Some Sisters of Silence again. And a Hover and Rhino for custodians. Be really interesting to see if we ever see anything like that. And some more demons. I really like this piece of artwork. I think it's really cool. Whole Year of Seducer. That's by someone called John Gravito. That's really cool. As is this piece here of a Keeper of... no, Lord of Change, sorry. Get that right. A Fulgrim, there's Demon Prince form. It's really cool. Really like that. Another interesting Dreadnought. And Magnus the Red. I really like this Cult Mechanicus guy as well. Again, that's John Gravito, so I do quite like his style of artwork. Here we have Garrow. A really beautiful piece again. And Sanguinius. And see over the last couple of pages have been some Imperial Fists and White Scars, who we haven't really seen much of at the moment. And Death Guard. Greater Demon of Khorne. Some more White Scars and Imperial Fist. Once we get to the Siege of Terra now, they start showing up a bit more. A lot more fluff in this section. All about Siege of Terra. And then we have the big Horus versus the Emperor image, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. And some more pictures there. Loads of fluff here. Then they go into the final battle. A really interesting read. And then there's a little bit on the aftermath. then at the back here, these are all Horus Heresy cards from the collectible card game. It just has pages of all the different cards you could get. Loads of them. There's plenty of pages just showing all the cards. And that should take us all the way to the end. You can see there's just pages and pages of these cards. Never got into the card game myself, but some of the artwork on them is beautiful. And all this artwork here is in this book. Basically what I've been showing you, a lot of the stuff what I've shown you in this book made its way onto the cards. So, that's that. It's a very long video, as it's a very big book. And that is Horus Heresy Collected Visions. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next video.